Started. Well, aloha everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are in the world. But so today we're gonna talk about aloha everybody. Good morning. There we go. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about recruiting. It's going to be kind of a short call today. We're just going to keep it 20 minutes or 15, and then we'll ask some questions to see if anyone has any questions and if they need any help on this topic of recruiting. And so let's just take a look here on my notes. Got some notes for everybody. So a couple cool things is, why is recruiting important? I think it's pretty obvious, but without assuming that, I think recruiting is very important because you're keeping your pipeline full. You want to keep your pipeline full of people and prospects that you can invite to the business, and also to invite to look at product, right? So recruiting is super important. Also, why grade some reasons is so you don't get bored. No, I'm just kidding. But no, recruiting is definitely an essential part of our business. And anytime that you stop recruiting, you actually will tend to forget more than what you know and what you remember. Because if you don't do it continuously, sometimes you just forget what's going on. So it is important to put yourself out there and do recruiting. And recruiting looks in different it's in different ways. So one, you can be recruiting for a product. So that way you want to have more customers. And the other one is recruiting to have new business partners. I think it's important to always look for business partners, because you can always turn them into customers. And sometimes even our brand affiliates and sometimes executives sometimes end up just being customers. That's just what happens. But it's always good to recruit. That way you can fill your pipeline up of people to do the business with you and people that can buy product. Okay. So now when you're recruiting, it's important to remember that you have a ratio. So ratios are super important. You have typically a 1/10 ratio. So if you guys are taking notes, it's typically a 1/10. Now that's in person, 1/10. If you're online, sometimes it's like 20/10 is what I've noticed, is that if it's just completely online, sometimes it's more on the 20 or 30/10. So just to know your ratio. Right? Don't be discouraged by that. Just know, okay, if I'm online, it's going to take me 1/20. If I'm face to face, and I'm doing this properly, it should be 1/10. Even if you're bad at it, you should typically get 1/10. Or a lot of times, maybe if you're recruiting and you're new at it, or you think you're really bad and you're just so nervous that you're like, I can't do this. Like, just keep trying. And the more you try, the better you'll get. And the better maybe you talk to 10 people and get 0, and you talk to 10 more, you get 0. You talk to 10 more, you get 0. But I bet you by the 40th person, you probably figured out some keywords, or you learned some keywords from us, and you start to recruit. So anything is possible. Just learn and move forward. And I think you can do that, because even for me, I wasn't the best. And I had to learn different tactics, because I was in, sales and marketing for a long time. And literally it's just a numbers game. So practice your numbers. Okay, so it's a 1/10 face-to-face. And if you are doing face-to-face and you've talked to 40 people and you get all 0s, I mean, if I got 0s after the first 20 people I talked to, I would call my mentor or coach for my upline, and I would ask them, hey, I've talked to 20-something people and I got all no's. I presented the business, I demoed the product, I showed the money, and I asked them to join. So that would be a presentation, right? Demo the product, show the money, ask to join. I did that. I talked to 20 and none of them wanted to participate. I would talk to your upline and figure out why that is. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand or put in the chat and we will unmute. That way you guys can jump in and answer questions. Now, as Alan let us know, or as Alan reminded us, that if you're full-time with this business, we should be doing at least 90 presentations a month. So that's 3 a day. And if you think 3 a day is a lot, it can be, but there's some people doing 10 a day and 6 a day. And sometimes if you can't do that presentation, then find a source online that you can have people watch videos. And then those videos will help you to present. So I think that's a great way. If you're like, I'm completely busy and I don't have time for this, then you need to find a video of a presentation online and pass those around everywhere and do a good follow-up. Because if you're not face to face with them, and if you don't have the controlling of being online and like you know them, then you have to do a great due diligence of following up. Because if I send them a video, they're not going to just call me back and say, Grant, I want to do this. Maybe 1 out of 100, but not very many. So after you send the video, you have to follow up. And before you send the video, I would clear the time. Like, hey, Reina, do you have a moment right now to watch a 2-minute video? And then, yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to send you the video. And when you're done in 2 minutes, message them in 3 minutes when they're done. And then after that, get started with them. Okay. So if you're sending people videos, you want to make sure to do a very good follow-up. That's super important. Okay. Now, on average, it says here that Blue Diamonds on average they do about 1,000 presentations. So I think this is key for anyone that's a Blue Diamond and above. We've done a study where you ask them if they have done 1,000 presentations, and most Blue Diamonds and above will say yes, and people that are not Blue Diamond typically say no on the 1,000 presentations. And so let's see here. Also, too, where you can recruit. I got a last piece here where you can recruit, and after that, I will answer any questions. And I would love for people to chime in on what they do to recruit. Especially we got Yelmi on. I bet you she can give us great advice on how to recruit as well. So let's see here. So a couple of ways you can do recruiting is in person. If you guys go to the mall, or if you like to go out with your family. What a great way on a Sunday to take your family out, go to the mall or go somewhere and meet the type of people that you would like to recruit. So if you don't want to recruit the people that are hanging out at parks or at the mall, then don't go there. Or if you want to hang out at Bloomingdale's or a little higher scale places and recruit there, that could be a great option, right? Nice restaurants are a good place to recruit. Like I like to sit at the bar sometime and just talk to some of the people that are there, like the high level business people. I've definitely got phone numbers from there. And then always recruit up. Look for someone better than you, I would say. Online. Now, if you're recruiting on social media, last piece. If you're recruiting on social media, in your stories is really amazing. So I don't know if you guys follow Yelmi, but you should. I see Yelmi on here. Hola, Yelmi hermosa. But if you follow Yelmi on social media, she's a great person. Yelmi, can you put your redes sociales en la chat, por favor? To what? To Instagram? Because she is someone really good to follow for recruiting. Like you're really good. Like it's always like I have a presentation on this day. I have an event going on this day, and she's always actively recruiting, which we can all learn from that. Even though, okay, perfect on Instagram. Thank you, Yami. So I would suggest to follow Yami on Instagram, because she's fun to watch on Instagram. You have un bonito historias, pero like it's good to see how they're recruiting. And a lot of times she's always asking like, hey, join my chat, or this is what's new. And so you need to get a lot of, let's see, hold on. I need to translate this. I don't know what it says. I'm not that good yet. So yeah. So also online, you can recruit in Messenger. Messenger is a great way to recruit, because you can contact people literally directly and message them and just talk directly to them, which is great. Yeah, and then you can follow her, she's saying here. Also do a recruitment post. This is really important to do recruitment posts, and that way people will look at like, oh, what are they doing? So one post I usually do is like, hey, how many of you would like to have a all expense paid trip to travel? Sometimes I put like, hey, who needs to cover their gas this month, or who needs to cover rent this month? Like I have a great way to do that. You don't want to put money, right? Nu Skin doesn't want you to put like, hey, who wants to make $500? Like Nu Skin, you can try that, but if Nu Skin sees it, they're going to ask you to take it down. But you can intrigue people with your lifestyle of, hey, I just got a new car, or I just went on this trip, or I bought these new clothes, or whatever you need, right? So let's open it up. If anyone has any tips on recruiting or how they recruit and what they do for recruiting, I think we got Alan over here.
I got one tip for recruiting.
Yay.
One of the things that we say is you want to get the top 5 name list.
Mm,
And a lot of people think of that as get 5 names, but that's not what the top 5 name is. Top 5 name means to get your top 5. And so who are the best people you know in business? Maybe who are the best people you know that are in sales? Who are the best people that have done multi-level marketing before? Do you know anybody that has done insurance or has sold things in this industry? Maybe somebody sold a juice or oils or something. Who is the best? And let's go and find those top 5 people. So even though we do a lot of social media and maybe some of the people you don't know very well, that's only your first level. After that, get your top 5 name list. I'm gonna ask Patty Acosta to give one tip on what would be the best way to prospect people. Patty Acosta does something really interesting, I think. She gets her hair done almost every week from I don't know where she goes, but she goes and gets her hair done. And in Colombia, how much is it to get your hair done? To $5 to blow it out. Okay, that's what it costs to wash and to blow out her hair. And then she does a demo on herself, and then she prospects those people. And how do I know that? I was in the Bogota airport, and this is the national airport, I guess you could say. And I was getting my hair cut because I go into the airport. I have an hour of time before the flight, and I go and do the haircut, and I had a little longer than normal. So the guy asked me, "Do you want a really special hair treatment with a massage, head massage?" I was like, "Wow, that sounds pretty good. Okay, yeah, give it to me." So he's washing my hair. Then he goes, "This is the special treatment. It's amazing." And he's doing my hair, and I'm smelling it, and I'm going, "Smells like hair mask. Smells like New Skin hair mask. Let me see the bottle. I mean the tub." And he passes it to me, and I look at it, New Skin hair mask. That's the special treatment. I say, "Was this little girl, like this little Colombian in here?" "Yeah, that's the one who gave it to me, who got me to buy this one for all my customers." And I love it. And that's how I know that she prospects the people like this. Okay, guys? So where did Patty Acosta go? Patty, come over here. She went to do a galvanic. Okay, she went to do a galvanic before talking on the line. We were fishing all day, so we were kind of wrecked. But
Right.
what is
What a way to say that. We're wrecked.
what
Oh, you look great for being wrecked.
So what is the best way
Amazing.
to prospect people?
Just talk to the people.
Yeah.
Just talk to the people and build relationships. Be real.
What's the most recent
It's a
one?
horrible camera.
What is the most recent one you prospected, and how did you do it?
Oh, who was it that I prospect?
Airplane.
Yeah,
Okay.
airplane is the best place.
Airplane?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's talk to Patty Acosta here.
Oh, I prospect the girl that rented us the car.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm sorry. We just came back from the boat. So,
like hell.
You look amazing. No pasa
oh,
nada.
thank you, my friend. Okay. You know, I love to prospect. I think that's the first thing that you have to do. Kind of like fall in love what you have to do. So like, because when you love something, you feel passion for doing it. So I love that. And like Rose say the perfect words. You just need to talk. Like, no? So the latest people that have been prospected. Oh, I love one. We were in Cappadocia and we were in the balloon air flight and we just start talking to her. Like, kind of like, oh, how are you? You know, any person like, how are you? So, it's the first time here. How you been? And then we say, oh, our company give us free trips. And then she's like, oh, free trips? Yes, we had three trips a year. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I can tell you the information. Give me your contact. But now I'm doing something really special because the time changed, Bizcochito. So now what I do is I get the Instagram immediately. Because before I used to get the number, but sometimes I forget to follow up them. But with Instagram, it's been really good because we get into Instagram and then I start commenting. You know what I mean? Oh, so nice. So right now I still prospecting because sometimes it's not from the morning to the night. You need to still develop a relationship. So right now I had one lawyer from the last airplane that we were flying from Miami to, that was my latest, from Miami, baby, to what? To Cancun. So she was just next to me and I'm like, I find out anything to talk. Like kind of like, oh my God, the airplane is moving a lot. You know what I mean? Like something like that. And then like, she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, is your first time going to Cancun? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna meet my friends. And oh, that's so nice. She started telling me she's a lawyer. She works for the government of the United States. And then I start talking to her and she started telling me about like, because she just had a baby. So, but kind of like, no, the most important thing is you are having a conversation. You are not selling. Remember that you are not selling. You are acting like Alan told us, toward time to us. Not being a dog, being a cat. You know, kind of like, oh no, I had tier 90. No, you know, I'm like, oh, I had an amazing opportunity. No, I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's not easy to lose weight. By the way, you know, I know something. It's not like I have something. I know something. It's not even my company, you know. I know something that helps me a lot. Oh, I think I had some pictures. And then I show pictures and she's like, oh, what is that? It's called TR90. You know, oh, how can I get information? She said. And I say, oh, we work with the company, so I can send you the info. So we start talking. So I say, oh, but let's get into Instagram. So now I had the Instagram. So now I start commenting because she went to Tulum. So, oh, how nice. Oh, you're having so much fun. So now we are kind of like close. So now she asked me, so, oh, could you please send me the info about TR90? So, you know what I mean? So the important thing is like, you start the conversation. Remember, you start the conversation, you get the Instagram. And this time it's so important to get the Instagram or Facebook, whatever you kind of like more active in social media, because by that, they will see what you are doing. And that's the way that we've been prospecting with Andres. We prospect in different places, but the most important thing is to start a conversation. Sometimes we've been prospecting with Andres in the elevators. That's the fastest way that we've been doing like that. That's the fastest prospect that I have. 10-second prospecting. And that's been like when we are in the elevator. So it's like when we are in Mexico or in another place, it's like, oh, so are you visiting or you are from here? Yeah. And they say, no, we are visiting. Oh my God, what do you do? I work for whatever company. Oh, that's so nice. Nice to meet you. But then we kind of like go on in the same floor. and then say, oh, so maybe you can like refer some restaurants you have been, da. But the idea is to start conversation. And you know, sometimes I don't even get the contact because I just didn't have the time. But it's like you are having practice. You know, sometimes you don't get all of those contacts. But I love cold prospecting because actually, you know, being Circle of Excellence to the company, from my whole organization, I just had 2 front lines that I prospect myself because the other ones are cold contact. So that's incredible. Actually, and a cold contact. So a lot of cold contacts could be your $10 million Circle member. So thank you guys for listening to me. Sorry that we just got out of the boat.
It's okay, no pasa nada.
I love that, right?
That's awesome. So talk to as many people as possible.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Anybody have any questions for Patty
Yes.
or
Yeah.
Rose?
One of the team elites once told me that our mouth is our store, our business. When the mouth is closed, business is closed. Mouth open, business open. So
I love
always
that.
keep your mouth open. Talk to people.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So boca es su negocio, su tienda.
Yeah, right. I love that.
Any other questions for Patty or Rose? Or anybody on the call?
Yeah, let's see. Anybody have questions? Preguntas?
Who's going to Provo next week?
Woo!
Put your hands up. Put your hands.
Put your hands up,
in the
Patty.
air.
You're gonna
Yeah, Sisi. It's gonna be a big party.
Hey, Irene is coming to the Latin one. See, dig that. She's coming to the Latin one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party.
It's a party. Already.
600
We are.
600 people coming to the event, Grant, so far. And I think more is arriving than we expect.
So I guess one of the takeaway action item, today's the 4th, right? So we have 3 days until the 7th, the first week of the close. So challenge 30-person prospect a day. Until the 7th, you should have about 100. No?
30 persons a day.
30%, because now, like Patty said, time has changed, right? So everything on Facebook and Instagram. Send 30. I know Sisi can do it. Sisi will do 50.
Sissy is just jamming.
30 a day. Practice. Like Patty said, practice. Sometimes you don't get a number or whatever. Just practice. I do that just for fun. Handle the rejections. Say no. Say no. You must get the no's in order to get the yeses. You know the book, The Power of No? Set a goal to get 20 no's.
It's a great one.
What do you think about that, Patty?
Yes, I love the power of no. No means new opportunity.
Yeah, I love that.
New opportunity. No, new opportunity.
I like
No,
that.
Another new opportunity. More no's you get, closer you get.
More
to it.
opportunities you get.
So you
no.
do a lot of you do one prospecting, which is like learn how to ask the 5 contacts. I think that was my key.
Mhm.
You do cold prospecting, so kind of like you have fun every day. Like I love what Rose said. Open your mouth. That's you kind of like to the store, and then dry the line until you find the thing. That would be mine.
Until you find the simile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. Well, that's our comments from the dinner table. We're done with dinner already.
All right. Well, perfect. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the new.
Aloha.
Aloha. Everybody say aloha.
Aloha.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
Aloha.
Oh my God, I love the food.